Yay! Am I live? Let's see. Come on. Here we go. So, just a second. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the fifth mission, to the fifth task on the ultimate mission. And so what have we been doing this week? We have studied syllable separation, accent marks, masculine and feminine, idiomatic expressions, and today on our final day, at the end of this ultimate mission, we will study verb conjugation. So you will learn how to conjugate verbs in the present tense in Portuguese. Of regular verbs, you will learn the pattern. So once you learn this pattern, you're done. And some of the most important irregular verbs. But before we get to that, before I welcome the students into the class, I would like to talk to you about the last point, which is Portuguese settlement. This is the space journey that I take my students into. So, Essential Portuguese is the course that is going to begin on the 21st of April for all the basic students, not basic, beginner, total beginner students. Portuguese Exploration is my course for the basic level students and lower intermediate students that is beginning on the 19th of April. And Portuguese Settlement is my course for the upper intermediate students and advanced students that is beginning on the 17th of April. So in the previous two videos, I explained what you will find on Essential Portuguese. So if you want to know exactly what you will find on the Essential Portuguese course, if that interests you, go to watch the beginning of the video on syllable separation, which is the third video. If you want to know more about Portuguese exploration, watch the fourth video on accent marks. In the beginning, I will explain exactly what you will see, what you will learn on the Portuguese exploration course. And on Portuguese settlement, that's what you will see now. So, on Portuguese settlement, we will have 11 lessons. And on lesson 1, you will discuss your personal and professional hopes and dreams for the future. So we will start using subjunctive right here. Okay, so it's deeper. We will speak Portuguese. By the way, Portuguese settlement is a course entirely in Portuguese. Okay, I don't use English only if it's necessary. Otherwise, no English, only Portuguese. Lesson 2, arrange a job interview, an interview for a job in your area of expertise. So we will see and learn new vocabulary or improve our vocabulary on job interviews and how to ask questions in a formal way, how to reply in a formal way, okay? Lesson 3, talk about your television viewing habits and favorite programs. So we will talk about our favorite programs, TV shows, describe, tell the story. So we will learn connectors, the conjunctions, how to link sentences, how to link paragraphs, all those things. Lesson 4, describe your education and your plans for future training. So, what has your education been like? We will talk about that. So we will talk about past, we will talk about future, we will mix all those tenses. Lesson 5, talk about your favorite music and music trends and plan a night out to listen to live music. So, you want to plan a night out with your friends? Well, nowadays we can't, but we will learn that information so when we can, you will be able to use it, okay? So you will practice that kind of situation. So when you can go out and party, you know what to say, you know how to react, okay? Lesson 6, talk about maintaining a healthy lifestyle and give and get advice about healthy habits. So we will talk about this green environment, healthy diet, vocabulary, sentence structure. We will go deeper in discussion if you agree or not with certain things. On lesson 7, talk about relationships and dating, including meeting people through social media. So right here, we will see all those abbreviations that we Brazilians use when we are on the internet chatting. So we use lots of abbreviations. We all do in our languages, right? So we will learn that as well. What is VC, você? But we will be work more on detail on those things. On lesson 8, go to a restaurant, order food, engage in polite dinner conversation and pay for your food. This is what the topic of the lesson 8 is. And we will go on a fancy restaurant. So what is the language that you use when you go to a fancy restaurant? It's totally different if you are going to a simpler restaurant or a street food cart, you know? So we will learn that. Lesson 9, participate in negotiations in your area of expertise. Lesson 10, discuss workplace safety issues, report an injury, and explain rules and regulations. So you see that the topics are deeper, very deeper. Discuss polite behavior and respond appropriately to impolite behavior. Okay, so you will learn how to swear in Portuguese right here in lesson 11. Yuri, all the course is like 11 lessons? This is just the first part. So I build the course with my students, right? So we've had the pronunciation course, and when you join Master Club, you will have access to all the lessons on the pronunciation course. There are 8 lessons covering all the sounds of Brazilian Portuguese. And when we finish Essential Portuguese, Portuguese Exploration, Portuguese Settlement, we will move forward. And Yuri, what is coming next? We will see. It depends on the feedback I get from my students. You see, so if my students struggle with all these lessons, well, there is something wrong. So we will adjust and make another plan, right? But one thing is for sure. If you are in Essential Portuguese and you're done with that, you move to Portuguese Exploration. If you're on Portuguese Exploration, you move to Portuguese Settlement. And then this of deciding what we're going to do next is only for those who take the Portuguese Settlement course. And then we will do discussion, lessons. I don't know. I like to talk to the students and know what they need and know what they like, so I can get and create the course according to my students' needs. Okay? So this is what Portuguese Settlement will be. And one thing that you must know is that once you join Master Club, you will have access to my live group sessions for 1 year, all the group lessons, all the group sessions that I do for 1 year. you can join them and you will have access to all the recordings. Okay, so you can, if you cannot join live, you can also watch the recording. Sometimes you've got something else to do and you can't join live, so you can watch the recording. Okay, so I like to do the lessons live. For now, they will be live. Will they always be live? I don't know. Maybe in 2 or 3 years, I will have a course that is totally recorded. But for now, take advantage of this, you know. You will have access direct to me. I know there are lots of teachers online and some very good teachers, you don't have easy access to them. You have access to the recorded material. So for me, with me, at this point of my Master Portuguese, you have total access to me. You have a credit of lessons, depending on which program you choose. If it's Bananeira program, you have 18 30 minutes lesson with me that it's only you and me that you can work on your needs and your necessities according to your level. And if you are Mandakaru package, which is the premium package, you get a 24 30-minute lesson and 12 60-minute lesson. And by the way, the first 5 students who enroll will get an extra 5 lessons individual session with me. All right? So if you have questions, you can always contact me on Instagram at Master Portuguese, by email info@masteryourportuguese.com. Okay, you can see in the description of this video. And you can access my website. So my website is masteryourportuguese.com. Okay, and there you will see Master Club. Click on Master Club, and there is the page with all the explanation what you will find in the course, in the Master Club course. All right. So welcome to the Master Club community of Portuguese learners. Join Master Club. You will have so much fun. And by the way, you will be able to join Conversation Club once a week. So every week, I gather all the students of all levels to discuss topics in Portuguese. And very often, I invite my mother, I invite my Brazilian friends to join Master Club to practice with the students. Okay? And by the way, on April 9th, my mother is joining Master Club. So she will be talking to the students. They will get to know her. She doesn't speak English, so you will have to speak Portuguese to her. And I will, it doesn't matter if you're total beginner, you will practice Portuguese with her. In my course, everyone speaks from the very first day, regardless of their knowledge, their previous knowledge of Portuguese. Okay? So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love teaching. I love all this. And it's time to welcome the students into the classroom. Okay. So let's see who's here. All right. Oi, Cindy.
Oi, bom dia.
Tudo bem?
Sim, tudo bem.
Oh, coisa boa. Tudo bem. Cindy, você fez o exercício ontem?
Não, eu estou. I'm searching in my computer.
Oh, okay. So let me send the link on the chat so you can download the exercise and then you can do later.
Obrigada.
Just a second. So did you receive my email yesterday, Cindy?
Sim.
Sim, okay. So this link that's on the chat is the link where you can rewatch the lesson if you want to, and also to download the PDF file with the exercise. At the end of the file, you will find the answers, so you can check yourself if you got the questions right. Okay?
Ok. Obrigada.
Ótimo. Oi, Eldad, você me escuta? Eldad?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there you go.
I'm adjusting the computers.
Okay. Oi, Shani.
Olá, tudo bem?
Tudo bem contigo?
Oh,
Tudo em paz.
Yes, ótimo, ótimo.
hey,
So, oi, Eldad.
hi.
Hey. So, Shani, I do want to listen to your song, okay? So send it to me. Then after the class, I will listen to it.
Perfeito.
So let's wait till a bit more. So it's 2 to 4 my time. So let's wait.
I'm a bit cold today, so I will remain mute so that I don't sneeze.
Okay, Eldad, no worries, no worries. Oh, Kinju is here. Question: has anyone done the exercise from yesterday? If you have questions, let me know. Okay, like if there is something that you didn't understand, I can help you.
I think that regarding words like ciencia and I don't know if there is such a word, providencia.
Providencia, yes, there is.
So above the E, there should be a circumflex.
Yes, that's right.
In both places, right?
In the yes, providencia.
Yes, yes.
Independencia as
Independencia,
well.
yes.
Ciencia, yes, Eldad, that's right. Yes, yes.
And astronomo is with the circumflex on the O.
Sim, sim, astrônomo. Circumflex, yes, ótimo.
I had them correct. Okay.
Ótimo, maravilha. Muito bom. Oi, Kincho.
Olá, como está?
Tudo bem com você?
Tudo bem.
Kincho, você mora onde? Eu esqueci.
Moro em Escócia,
Ah,
Edimburgo.
na Escócia, certo. Mas você é da Hungria.
Sim, exato.
Sim. Ah, legal. Muito bom, muito bom. Então, vamos esperar mais alguns minutinhos. Quinto, eu achei que você morava em Portugal. Não sei por quê. Eu achei que você morava em Portugal.
Esperar que eu falo mais bem em Portugal se eu moro em Portugal. I don't know how to say, but I would be better in Portuguese if I would live there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. So,
I don't know how
ótimo.
to use conditional in Portuguese.
Yes, conditional it's tricky. It's tricky because of subjunctive. And we will learn that on the Master Club course that we will begin on the 17th of April. So I invite you, if you're interested in joining the Master Club community. Eldad is one of the Master Club students. Shani is another Master Club student as well. So if you want to join the Master Club student, at the end of this lesson, I will tell you more about the course and how it goes. Okay?
Okay, muito legal.
Legal. So, yeah, let's wait a little bit more. I think other students are getting ready to join. Okay. Oh, Tomek is here.
Oh, why in the word aqui, why isn't there an accent on the I?
So, aqui, how many syllables have you got?
2.
2. And which one is the stressed syllable?
The second, the last one, it's occitan.
Yes, yes. According to the rule, do we use accent marks in Occitan words ending in I?
I don't remember.
No, it's only A, E, O. It's A, E, O.
And I said that, Kaja.
Yes.
I forgot the rule.
Yes.
Okay. Now
Yes.
I remember. Okay.
So that's right. That's why, you know, because it ends in A, E, O. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. So that's why it's there is no acute accent. Ok? Oi, Tomek, tudo bem?
Oi, tudo bem, você?
Tudo bem. Tá na
Sorry about the
praia, relaxando?
No. Just a local restaurant.
Sim. Ótimo, ótimo. Let me see. Cecília. Acertei?
É certo.
Acertei, a Cecília.
Muito bem.
Cecília é uma fofa. Fofa demais a Cecília.
Ela está também aprendendo português.
Ah, ótimo, ótimo.
Mas do jeito natural.
Sim. Aprendendo com desenho animado.
Como os avós,
Sim.
a mamãe.
Ótimo, maravilha. Muito bom. Oi, Cara, você me escuta?
Sim, gente, desculpe, minha câmera não funcionava.
Ah, ok, sem problemas. Se você me escuta, tudo certo. Tudo certo. So let's just wait a few more minutes so other people can join. Oh, Linda is here. Oi, Linda. Você me escuta? Linda, can you hear me?
Everybody is adjusting.
Yes. That's why I like to take a few minutes so everyone can adjust microphone. So, today we will talk about verb conjugation in Portuguese. We had, in January, we had a full 6 day, I think it was 6 days, a 6-day course on verb conjugation, entirely on verb conjugation. And we studied presente, pretérito perfeito, and pretérito imperfeito. The conjugation of regular verbs and irregular verbs. Today, we won't work in detail as we did in 6 days. And why? Because we only have 1 day. So I will just review the most important things regarding verb conjugation. So everyone can get the grasp of how verb conjugation works in Portuguese, okay? And, okay, so, oh, by the way, let's record this. All right, so welcome to the task 5, the ultimate mission, verb conjugation in Portuguese. We will go through regular verbs and how to conjugate them in the present tense, and we will practice, okay? And today is going to be very basic lesson on verb conjugation. Why? Because I want students to understand how the rules are, okay? So we will practice a lot. And we will work only with verbs in the present tense. We will now work with verbs on the past, pretérito perfeito, no, pretérito imperfeito. So, to remember, in order to remember, this is very important. Estabelecendo comunicação através da conjugação verbal. Establishing communication through verb conjugation. We've got 3 different types of verbs. Primeira conjugação, are all the verbs ending in ar. Segunda conjugação, are all the verbs ending in er. Terceira conjugação, are all the verbs ending in ir. So, all the verbs in the infinitive form, they end in R, okay? All of them, they end in R. In the infinitive form, on the base form, if it's AR, it's classified as primeira conjugação. If it's ER, segunda conjugação. If it's IR, terceira conjugação. Yuri, why is it important for me to know A, I? Because depending on the classification, there is a different rule for the conjugation. Okay? So, depending on the classification, if it's primeira conjugação, if it's segunda conjugação, if it's terceira conjugação, we change the rule for the regular verbs. And we see that we've got regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are all those verbs that follow a pattern. Irregular verbs don't follow any pattern. Okay? So, exemplo. Verbos de primeira conjugação. All the verbs ending in ar. Dar, to give. Estudar, to study. Estar, to be. Morar, to live. Cantar, to sing. So you see that all the verbs end in a. Então, primeira conjugação. Verbos de segunda conjugação. Vender, to sell. Ler, to read. Aprender, to learn. Fazer, to do or to make. Escrever, to write. All the verbs end in E verbos de terceira conjugação end in ir. Ir, verbo ir, to go. Dividir, to divide, to share. Assistir, to watch. Abrir, to open. Sair, to leave. Okay? And we've got regular verbs. I told you that they follow the same pattern. And we've got irregular verbs. They don't follow any pattern. So let me test your knowledge. Among these verbs, we've got 2 irregular verbs on each column. So on this AR column, we've got 2 irregular verbs. On this ER column, we've got 2 irregular verbs. On this IR column, we've got 2 irregular verbs. Can you tell me, can you write on the chat which are the irregular verbs? Write on the chat if you know them. Total, we've got 6, okay? 2 in each column. All right. Great! Ótimo! Maravilha! Maravilha! Sim, correto, correto. On the first column, all right, Linda, no worries. On the first column, we've got dar is irregular, so it means it doesn't follow a pattern when we conjugate verb dar. E estar. Estar is one of the most important verbs in Portuguese, and it's irregular, okay? So dar and estar. Estudar, morar, cantar, verbo regular. So you see that they follow the same pattern. On the second column, ler, to read, é irregular. E fazer, to do or to make, fazer, irregular. Vender, aprender, escrever, regular. Terceira coluna, ir, verbo irregular. It's one of the most important verbs as well in Portuguese. Ir, to go. E sair, sair, to leave, irregular. Dividir, assistir, abrir, verbo regular. Ok? Muito bem, gente, muito bem. So one of the first things that is important is to identify which one is regular, which one is irregular. Okay, and Yuri, how do I know? Practice. The more you practice, the more you read, the more you listen, the better it is. Okay? So here they are. Now, presente. So today we are going to work only with present tense. Presente. It's used to talk about actions in the present tense that express habit, a habit that you have, a routine, current actions, or something you consider permanent. Exemplo. Você é estudante de português. This is something that we use the verb in the present tense, é, você é, which is translated to verb to be, you are, to express something that is part of your essence. It's not temporary. You know, it's like you are, você é estudante de português. Yuri, but if I give up studying Portuguese in the future, it doesn't matter. You still are, você ainda é estudante de português. You cannot estar estudante de português. Você está estudante de português? Never. Você é. Okay? Because this is what you are in the essence. It's the same as a profession. Eu sou professor de português. Ok? Eu sou professor de português. A Linda é consultora. A Linda é consultora. Ok? This is what she is. Exemplo. Nós cozinhamos todo dia. Presente. Why? Todo dia. It's a routine, it's a habit. I do it every day. Ok? Então, presente. Nós cozinhamos. Vocês viajam para o Brasil todo ano. Vocês viajam, presente. Por quê? Porque é um hábito, todo ano. It repeats. Every year you do the same thing. So, presente. Okay? So, these are just examples on the use of present tense when we want to express a habit, a routine, something that is permanent, that you consider to be permanent. All right? Alguma pergunta? Tudo certo?
Tudo certo.
Show. Show. Continuando. Oh, by the way, every time I say show, it means that awesome, good, great, well done, let's go, move on, like these things.
Como você escrever show?
Show is like in English, the verb to show. I wrote on the chat.
And you use it in Brazilian to say awesome?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Is it
Yes,
like
because
legal?
Legal. Yes, that's right. It's like legal.
Ah,
Yes.
legal.
Oh.
Yes, legal. Show.
Show.
You may have realized that I say it all the time. You know, I always say show, massa, legal. They are synonyms. Okay, so you can say show, massa, legal. Right?
What is massa?
Massa is the same as show. It's the same as legal. Like massa.
Massa in
Like
another
pasta?
form.
Like pasta?
Yes. Yes.
And massa with the C means apple?
No, that is maçã, not massa. Maçã. So there
So
is
it's
the
close.
Q. It's
Close
very
vowel.
close. It's a nasal. It's a nasal vowel sound. So it's maçã. Okay? So it's not
Maçã.
mass. Yes. Yes.
Tá bom.
Okay? So
Obrigada.
it's not massa. Ótimo, ótimo. I love when you ask questions. It makes the lesson so much more interesting. So, show. And by the way, just an extra information. Show is also used for concert. Show. Por exemplo, eu fui para o show da Beyoncé. O show, as a noun, is like a concert. Ok? Show de artista. Eu fui para o show da Beyoncé. Então, show também, tá? Yuri, can I say eu fui para o concerto da Beyoncé? Concerto. Concerto. You can say that, but it will sound very strange. Why? Because for us, concerto is used for orchestra, when you have like a full orchestra, and so that's a concerto, right? So if it's like a pop concert or rock concert, we say show. Certo?
In Hebrew, it's the same, like you.
Yeah? Yes, yes. Ótimo. So just an extra information there. Perfeito, perfeito. Continuando. Primeira conjugação. Verbos regulares. Verbos regulares. Então, primeira conjugação, todos os verbos de primeira conjugação terminam em ar. Como morar, falar, estudar, amar, olhar, cantar. Então, vamos lá. Qual é a regra? What is the rule? What is the pattern? So you see that... Oh, let me write morar right here. Oops. Morar. So, this is my infinitive verb, morar. And you see that we have what we call radical. Radical is like the root. It doesn't change. It never changes when you conjugate the verb. So here, o radical is M-O-R, mor. And the rest is the what defines the conjugation, which is first conjugation, morar. So how does it work? We never change the radical. So you see that in all the conjugation, it's more, 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 more. It doesn't change. So we just change the end of the word, of the verb. So for the first person, primeira pessoa do singular, first person singular, eu moro. We change the a for o, moro. Eu moro. Segunda pessoa, we don't work here. Why? Because the segunda pessoa is tu, and tu is used differently. So I won't explain tu in this lesson, okay? I will explain how to use tu for the Master Club students in one of our group sessions, in one of our lessons, right? So here, let's skip to você, ele, ela, a gente. Just so you know, a gente is a synonym of nós. And in spoken Portuguese, a gente is much more used than nós. Nós sounds much more formal than a gente. So when we are talking to a friend, we just say a gente, okay? But you can say nós. It's not wrong, it won't sound posh, it's fine. It's just that it's more common to say a gente instead of nós. You can mix them. So, você, ele, ela, a gente have the same conjugation, mora. So here we change the AR for A. We drop the R, mora. Então, eu moro, o Eldad mora. Eu moro em Fortaleza. O Eldad mora em Israel. Certo? Eu moro, ele mora. Nós moramos. Moramos. Então, drop the R, add M-O-S. Amos. Moramos. Nós moramos no Brasil. We live in Brazil. E vocês, eles, elas moram. Drop the R, add the M. Moram. Importante, importante. Pronunciation tip. Yuri, you can ask me, Yuri, I saw somewhere this word. Can you see? Let me write it again, right here. I can't see again. Morarão. Morarão. So you see, this is morarão is future. This is future. So every time you see a verb with ão, a, o, tio, it is future, okay? It is not present or past. This is future. Então, moram. And then, if you see this, moraram, this is past. And I want just so you can pay attention to the difference in pronunciation. Morarão, the stressed syllable is rão, and moraram, the stressed syllable is ra. Okay? And that is the difference between past and future. Okay? Morarão, moraram. Okay? But we are not going to focus on past nor future today. This is just an extra information. So when you see this a or tio in the verbs, it means that it's a future tense. Ótimo. Então, moram. Moram. Eles moram. Então, a Shani e a Cara moram na Inglaterra. Elas moram na Inglaterra. Alguma pergunta? Não? Tudo certo? Tarefa, exercício. So, I told you that today we're going to do lots of exercise. So, in a piece of paper, I want you to conjugate all these 5 verbs. All these 5 verbs. Following this pattern right here. All right? Falar, estudar, amar, olhar, cantar. And then I will ask you to tell me.
Yuri,
Oi.
all of these verbs are regular?
Sim.
Okay,
Sim.
obrigada.
Let me know when you finish.
Eu terminei.
Ótimo. Okay.
And that way I won't be reading them like I always do. I'll have to think about it.
One of the good things of writing is that it's easier to fix, you know, the structure. That's why I like students to write so they can fix better when they write. But it's okay if you don't want to write, if you just don't want to say, because it's quite simple. You just have to apply the pattern.
Plus, I have plenty of documents where I have written these over and over again. So let's see if I can remember them this time.
Yes.
Especially since the answer is right there, unless
Yes.
you take the answer off.
Well, let me take the answer off. No,
No,
just kidding.
not.
Just kidding. So let's go. Linda, let's do it. Conjugação do verbo falar.
Eu falo, você fala, nós falamos, vocês falam.
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 Yes, the stressed syllable is always on the penultimate, before last. Falam.
Falam.
Isso, perfeito. Ótimo. Cindy, estudar.
Sim, eu estudo, você estuda, nós estudamos, vocês estudam.
Repete para mim eu, por favor.
Eu.
And the conjugation, e o verbo.
Eu estudo.
Ótimo, certo. Ótimo, exatamente. Correto. Quinto, verbo amar.
Eu amo, você ama, nós amamos, vocês amam.
Amam. The stressed
Amam.
syllable is before last. Amam.
Amam.
Isso. Ótimo. Shani, verbo olhar.
Eu olho, você olha, nós olham. Não, nós olhamos. Você olha.
Vocês olham.
Olha.
Isso, olham. The stressed syllable is before last. Olham. Ok? Cara, cantar.
Sim, eu canto, ele canta, nós cantamos e vocês cantam.
Exato, correto. Então, muito bem, gente, muito bem. Atenção. you see that right here, the stressed syllable is before last. Moram, falam, estudam, olham. Okay? So never stress the last syllable. Always before last. Cantam, amam. Certo? Show. Perfeito. Arrasou. Continuando. Linda.
So when you said never stress the last syllable, we're just talking about verbs, or did I miss that somewhere along the way? Because we do have situations in nouns.
We're only talking about verbs in the first conjugation in the present, only in this situation, okay?
There's a rule I can follow for this all the time?
Yes. Yes, as long as they are first conjugation ending in AR, present tense. Okay? Not all the words and all the verbs, just in this specific situation. Ok, linda? Ótimo, ótimo. Continuando. So, this was for us to practice, but we already did. Então, vamos lá. Verbos de segunda conjugação. Terminados em ER. Então, nós temos... Look at the pattern. We've got the radical, which is something that never changes. So this is verb bater. What is bater, Yuri? Bater is to hit. Bater. So it's bater em alguém, to hit someone. Okay? Ou, bater em alguém. Bater.
Bater alguém?
Bater em alguém.
Em alguém.
Em alguém. Linda.
Do you use that word metaphorically? Like we do, like hit the nail on the head as an expression?
Sim, bater o martelo. There is this expression that is bater o martelo. Martelo is a rema. So if I say eu bati o martelo, it means that I made my decision, that it's my final decision, my final answer. Okay, so bater o martelo. It means, literally is like to hit the hammer, but metaphorically it is like to have your final decision. Quinto.
How was the expression bater mosca?
Acertar na mosca.
Oh, acertar.
Acertar, yeah, not bater.
Is it a synonym or does it mean different?
No, it is different. Because acertar is to get something right. Okay? So, acertar na mosca is that you threw something at the fly and then you hit the fly. Você acertou. It's like you got it right. You know, bater is more like physical, like bater. You know, bater o martelo. Poof. Okay?
Okay.
For example,
you
can bater o martelo no prego to hit the hammer and the nail and miss it e não acertar. So, bater e errar e não acertar. Ok?
Tá bom.
Yeah. Ótimo, ótimo. Então, bater, radical, B-A-T. So, B-A-T never changes. B-A-T, 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 B-A-T. And we change eu bato. We change the E for O. Você, ele, a gente bate. And remember, E at the end of a word has the pronunciation, the sound of I. Então, bate. Tá? Ele bate. Nós batemos. So now instead of amos, we have emos. Right? Because it's er. So, emos. E batem. And attention to stressed syllable. Batem. Batem. Not batem. Batem. The stressed syllable is before last, tá? E nós temos beber, escrever, aprender, entender, responder, certo? Now, on the first exercise, you had the answer, right? Now, sorry, Linda, you do not have the answer. So I want you to conjugate. I know, Linda, I know that fish. Yes, good. So no worries, you can pescar, okay? You can pescar, no problem. Então, conjuguem o verbo beber, escrever, aprender, entender, responder. Okay? I'll give you some time. Yes, Linda, you should. Certo? I'll give you some time. Let me know if you have questions. If you know one, you know all of them. You just need to know one. Ok, ótimo.
Pronto.
Certo?
Pronto.
Pronto. Todo mundo terminou? Vamos corrigir. Ótimo. Eldad, beber.
Eu bebo. Você bebe.
Uhum.
Nós bebemos. Eles bebem.
Ótimo. One small correction. Bebe, ele bebe. Você bebe.
I thought I said bebe. Did I say bebe?
Yes, you said bebe.
Okay.
Okay, so the E at the end has the sound of E, bebe. Ótimo, muito bom, Melded. Cindy, escrever.
Eu escrevo, você escreve, nós escrevimos, vocês escrevem.
Ok, nós escrevemos.
Sim.
Repete comigo. Nós escrevemos.
Nós escrevemos.
Isso. Nós escrevemos. Ótimo, ótimo. Linda, aprender.
Eu aprendeu.
Uh-uh.
Oh, aprendeu.
Aprendo.
Aprendo.
Isso.
Você aprende.
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 Isso.
Aprende. Ok. Nós aprendemos.
Aprendemos.
So it's just switching between the two, even though the spelling has a vowel on it, even though it's structurally the same. Great. Vocês aprendem.
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 Yes.
Yes, that was a great success.
Repeat with me. Eu aprendo.
Eu aprendo.
Yes, stressed syllable before last. Aprendo.
Aprendo.
Você aprende.
Você aprende.
Isso. Same thing. Stressed syllable before
não.
last.
Você aprende.
Isso, perfeito. Nós aprendemos. Stressed
Nós
syllable
aprendemos.
before last. Isso. E vocês aprendem.
Vocês aprendem.
Exato. Ótimo. Cara, entender.
Sim. Eu entendo. Você entende. Nós entendemos e vocês entendem.
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 Isso. Stressed syllable before last. Entendem.
In the,
Ok?
você entende?
Isso. Você entende. Exato. Quinto, responder.
Eu respondo. Você responde. Nós respondemos. Respondemos.
Isso. Demos.
Vocês respondem.
Exato. Então, respondemos, tá? Emos. Ótimo. Alguma pergunta? Não? Tudo certo? Show. Então, continuando. Então, já vimos primeira conjugação, segunda conjugação e agora terceira conjugação. Terceira conjugação, verbos terminados em i. Então, radical desse verbo, P-A-R-T. Então, eu parto. Partir, o infinitivo é o verbo partir, certo? O verbo partir. Partir has two meanings. One is to divide something, to share something, and the second is to leave, to go. Ok? Então, partir. Eu parto. Você parte. So now you see that the stressed syllable is before last. Parto. Parte. Linda.
Can you pronounce the infinitive form and the second person form?
Yes. Partir. So in the infinitive, the stressed syllable is the last one. According to the rule that we studied yesterday, words ending in all the verbs ending in partir, assistir, abrir, all the verbs in the infinitive, the stressed syllable is the last. Okay, so the difference is this, it's this one. Infinitive, partir. Yes.
And then this is parti.
Exatamente. Certo? Então, partir. Você parte. We just change the stressed syllable. Certo? Então, nós partimos. Stressed syllable before last. Partimos. E vocês partem. Stressed syllable before last. Partem. Então, eu parto, você parte, nós partimos, eles partem. Exemplo em uma frase. Eu parto o bolo. I share the cake. Or, eu parto o bolo. Você parte o bolo. Whatever. Ok? So, nós partimos hoje. We leave today. Ok? So, alguma pergunta? Nada. Alguma pergunta? Questions? Então, vamos fazer o exercício. Let's practice. Conjuguem os verbos assistir, abrir, dividir, discutir Resistir. Vamos lá.
Tô.
Ok, Shani. Come todo o bolo, é? Let me know when you're done. I love your interactions on the chat. So, it's funny. Ok, Cindy. Ok, Cara. Ok, Eldred. Vamos corrigir. Vamos lá. Cindy. Cindy. Verbo assistir.
Eu assisto.
Uhum,
Você assiste.
uhum,
Nós assistimos.
uhum.
Vocês assistem.
Ótimo, ótimo. Exatamente, exatamente. Linda, abrir.
Eu abro.
Abro.
Abro. Abro.
Yes.
Você abre.
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 Abre. Nós abrimos.
Isso.
Vocês abriam.
Abrem.
Abrem.
Isso.
Abrem. Okay.
Então, eu abro. 2 syllables before last is stressed. Eu abro a porta. Eu abro a porta. Você abre a porta. Abre. Nós Nós abrimos a porta. E vocês abrem a porta. Certo? Então, abro, abre, abrimos, abrem. Quinto, verbo dividir.
Eu divido.
Uhum.
Você divide.
Divide. Uhum.
Nós dividimos.
Uhum.
Vocês dividam.
Dividem.
Dividam.
Isso. Ótimo.
So the third person is GVG. So both of them GVG.
Divide. So, divide. So, it's very important let me erase this so I can. So, você, ele, ela, divide. The stressed syllable is on V. Divide. Okay? Infinitive. Dividir. The stressed syllable is on G. The last G. So, on the last syllable. So, dividir, divide.
And the pronunciation is mostly dividir, or is it just in your region? So in all Brazil, they pronounce it dividir, or some of them pronounce it dividir, or is it always dividir?
No, there are some variations. So according to dividir, the G sound, the I pronounce G, in some regions they pronounce D, DVD, certo? DVD. According to the R, in the infinitive verbs, I don't pronounce the R, dividir. But in some regions, they pronounce dividir, the at the end, dividir, okay? So there is these variations as well. Okay, so you may hear dividir, eu divido, você divide, certo? You may hear that as well. Linda.
So what would the pronunciation for a couple of big cities be, like São Paulo, and what's the another big city where there's a big variation?
G instead of D, G. The way I pronounce. Yes, yes, the way I pronounce. Where D is pronounced, Pernambuco, like Recife, Paraíba State, Natal as well, Rio Grande do Norte. These states in the northeast of Brazil, Alagoas, they are pronounced D, okay? But in São Paulo, it's G. In Rio, it's G as well. Okay? Ótimo, ótimo.
I have a question.
Yes, Eldred.
Actually, only the noise reflects the third group, because it has assistimos, the E. All the others are with E, as in the second group.
Yes. Yes. Because for noise, it's imus, right? So it's imus. For the primeira conjugação, it's amos. For the second conjugação, it's emus. And for the third, imus. Certo?
This is the only sign of the group in the in we.
Yes. Yes. Em nós.
Nós.
Exato. Cara, discutir. Oh, Naida, you have a question. Just a second.
Yes, really quick. Am I saying nose or noise? Like noise, discutimos or discutimos, or
both. You can say nos, or noise.
Either
both
one.
ways are correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes. No worries. Cara, discutimos.
Sim. Eu discuti e você discute, nós discutimos e vocês discutem.
So, repeat with me. Eu discuto.
Como?
Desculpe. Eu discuto.
Isso. Eu discuto.
Ah, já chegou.
Você discute.
Discute.
Isso. Nós
discutimos.
Perfeito. E eles
discutem.
Isso. The sound of T is not che, it's te. Então, discutem, not discutem. Ok?
Discutem. Sim.
Yes,
Obrigada.
discutem. Ótimo. Naida, resistir.
Eu resisto.
Ok.
Você resiste.
Ok.
Nós resistimos.
Ótimo.
Vocês resistem.
Vocês.
Vocês resistem.
Ótimo.
Question.
Hum.
Is the TE and the TI that sound like chi?
Yes. Yes. But it's the same thing for DE and DI, G and chi. So where I come from, São Paulo, Rio, we say G, chi, chi, G. In some regions of Brazil, like Natal, Rio Grande do Norte, Alagoas, Pernambuco, they say DT. Okay?
Wait,
So you may hear that.
DE and DI or G?
This and this and this and this. Did I say? Oops. Wait. So these. In some parts of Brazil, it's pronounced D, D, T. Well, D, D, T, T. Where I come from, how do I pronounce G, G, São Paulo, por exemplo. Eu sou de São Paulo. I pronounce G, but in some parts of Brazil, it's pronounced D. This is what I want you to understand, okay?
G or D?
Yes. Yes. Saudades de ti. So, I miss you. Saudades de ti. How do I pronounce? Saudades, or diz, de ti. So, diz de ti. Saudades de ti. In some other parts of Brazil, saudades de ti. Saudades de ti. Okay?
Lord help me.
But do I need to worry about this? No. Why? Because when you hear it, it doesn't make much of a difference if it's D or chi or G. Once you're in the context, it doesn't make any difference at all.
Can you say saudades again?
Saudades. You said exactly how I did. Very well, by the way. Yes.
Okay.
Ok? Ótimo. Ótimo. Alguma pergunta? Não? Tudo certo? Continuando. Verbos irregulares. I brought, I think, three irregular verbs that are very, very important in Portuguese, just so you see the difference, that the irregular verbs, they follow no pattern. Yuri, how am I going to learn the irregular verbs? Practicing, studying, reading, writing, speaking. Okay? Então, eu vou, and attention to pronunciation. Here, we've got two vowel sounds. O, U, O, O. It's not eu vou. Eu vou. Two vowel sounds, okay? And the same goes right here. I, two vowel sounds. I, vai. Você vai. Nós vamos. Stressed syllable before last. Nós vamos. Eu vou, você vai, nós vamos. E eles vão. Vão. Okay? Watch out not to say vão. It's not vão. It's vão. The shape of your mouth has to change throughout the diphthong. Vão. Eles vão. Okay? Any questions? Próximo verbo irregular. Ser. Ser is verb to be, and it's used to talk about permanent features, permanent characteristics. Então, eu sou, same thing. Ou, Not eu sou. Eu sou. Ou. Você é. And attention. É. If you see this, it's pronounced E. This is é. This is E. Tá? Nós somos. Somos. Stressed syllable before last. Somos. Vocês são. Ão. Same thing. Ão. The shape of your mouth has to change. Ão. São. Not som. São. Certo?
Regarding somos, we say somos, not somos, right?
Somos.
Somos, okay.
Isso. Somos. Alguma pergunta? Próximo verbo irregular. Oops, this is misspelled right here. Verbo irregular. There is no E at the end, right here, okay? Estar. Verbo estar. Verbo estar is translated as verb to be, but to talk about temporary things. Temporary things. For example, agora eu estou em Fortaleza. It's temporary. Maybe tomorrow I'm not anymore. Ok? Eu estou em Fortaleza. Então, eu estou. Yuri, can I say eu estou? Yes, it's also correct. Estou. Where I come from? Well, in São Paulo, they say estou with is. Where I come from and in Rio, it's estou. So it's up to you. Eu estou, você está, nós estamos, eles estão. Okay? And when we are speaking on an informal conversation, eu tô. Você tá. Eles estão. Nós estamos. Some people say tamo. I almost don't hear it, but some people do when they want to sound very informal. So you may hear it. Eu tô em Fortaleza. And this is very, very common. Eu tô em Fortaleza in spoken Portuguese. Você tá em algum lugar. Nós estamos. Even though I find it weird to listen to nós estamos, but some people say it, okay? And vocês estão. So this is very formal and used in spoken Portuguese. Tamo junto. Yes, tamo junto. That's an expression. Tamo junto. In a sentence, like, nós estamos te esperando. This sounds so weird, so weird to me. Nós estamos te esperando. We're waiting for you. You know, nós estamos te esperando. Agora, a gente tá te esperando. Now that is not weird. That is okay. Okay? But if it's informal, if it's spoken Portuguese and you say nós estamos, no worries. It's okay. Okay? Alguma pergunta?
What's the meaning of the expression that Tomek mentioned?
Tamo junto is like, we're in this together. Count with me. You know, like, it's very, very common. Tamo junto. Everyone says this when we want to support someone. You know, like, in a difficult situation, or not in a difficult situation. If you just want to show like your love and support to a friend, say, hey, tamo junto. Okay? So
I'm with you in that.
Yes.
It's very common online.
It's very common online as well.
Or just TJ, the letters TJ.
Yeah.
Hashtag TJ. You'll see that in Brazil chat groups.
Yes. And also, as Tomek is talking about online chatting, you will see a lot, é nóis. É nóis. É nóis. I don't know if Tomek has seen this, but é nóis is like, it's us. This is supposed to be noise, right? This is supposed to be noise, but it's very, very, very formal, é nóis, and é nóis means it's us. It's like we're in this together, tamo junto, é nóis.
Can you
So-
repeat, write it again? Because there was another message and it disappeared immediately.
Yes, it's here on the screen. É nóis. Which this is, according to the grammar, totally wrong. If they would be somos nós. Okay, the correct way, somos nós, but it sounds so weird to say somos nós. So people just say é nós. Certo? So if you hear that, it's just like that the person is with you, supports you. Okay? Último verbo, last verb. So we finish. Ter, verbo ter. It's verb to have. Eu tenho. Eu tenho. Você tem. Ele tem. Nós temos. Vocês têm. Eles têm. And you see here that você tem, singular, and vocês têm, plural, is the same pronunciation. The only thing that changes is the spelling, that we add this accent right here, circumflex accent. And we talked about this yesterday. It's acento diferencial. It's used only to differentiate plural and singular, okay, in the written form. So, eu tenho, você tem, nós temos, eles têm. Alguma pergunta? Não? Tudo certo? Kincho.
My teacher in Hungary, when I was a student in secondary school, he told me that we pronounce você tem and vocês têm, but it sounded weird. So does anyone pronounce it like this? Or I think he just wanted to make a difference between those two words because of the accent mark.
No, no.
Yeah, I didn't hear anyone pronounce it like têm.
No, I've never heard anyone say vocês têm. But
Okay.
there are some words, there are some verbs that they are, for example, ler. Ler, when I conjugate vocês, it's vocês leem. Now, in this case, it's the way that he said, Kinchu. So it's leem. We've got two A. So vocês leem. Another example, verbo crer. To believe. Vocês creem. Creem. So we've got to make it longer. Leem, creem. Now this is normal. But verb ter, tem, I've never heard that in my life. Never. In this situation, the circumflex accent does not interfere in the sound nor in the intensity. Remember that yesterday we saw that accent marks that interfere in the sonority and in the intensity? And then at the end of the lesson, we studied that there are some acentos diferenciais that they are used only to differentiate verbs. This is here acento diferencial. It doesn't change the sonority. It doesn't change the intensity. It's just to differentiate the singular from the plural.
Tá bom, claro.
Yes.
Obrigada.
Ótimo, ótimo. Perfeito. Alguma pergunta mais? Não? Tudo certo? Então, gente, exercício. Muito rápido esse exercício. How do you conjugate those verbs in the present?
Do you want us to use the chat or just to yell it out?
Yeah, I'm just giving some time for students to do
okay.
it. Yeah, so I will ask in a minute. Vamos lá. Terminou, Shani? Ótimo. Ok, Cara.
Pronta.
Pronto. Então, vamos lá. Tomek, qual é a primeira?
Você vai ao cinema.
Isso.
Desculpa.
Então, você vai ao cinema. Quinto, 2.
A gente é brasileiro.
A gente é brasileiro. Isso. A gente é. Naida, 3.
Eu tenho 32 anos.
Isso. Eu tenho 32 anos. Correto. Eldad, 4.
Ela come muito chocolate. Chocolate.
Ela come muito chocolate.
Chocolate, sorry.
Isso, isso.
A Páscoa.
Isso, na Páscoa. Ótimo. E, Cara, nós
estamos muito felizes.
Nós estamos muito felizes. Exatamente. Tudo certo? Tudo certo, tudo certo. Alguma pergunta? Então, aqui está a correção. Você vai, a gente é, eu tenho, ela come, nós estamos. Certo?
So esta has this accent mark on A, just on third person.
Sim.
Está with accent mark, but estamos is without accent mark.
Isso. Exatamente. And that, why is that? So let's put in practice what we learned yesterday. So we've got está, estamos. Quinto, what is the stressed syllable in está?
Ah,
Tá.
tá.
So it's the last syllable. It's oxytona. And oxytonas ending in A, they must have the accent. So, está. Now, estamos. Which one is the stressed syllable?
Estamos. The
Tá.
Second last?
Yes, second last. Tá. So it's paroxítona. And paroxítonas ending in OS don't have the accent. So, no accent there. So, está, estamos. Ótimo,
Claro.
muito bom. Muito bom. Gente, muitíssimo obrigado. This lesson is also for the students who are not watching live and who are watching the recording and watching on YouTube. So now I invite you to join us on the Master Club. Master Club is my community of Portuguese learners. I've got lots of Master Portuguese learners here: Naida, Cara, Tomek, Eldad, Shani, Linda. They're all Master Club students. And we will begin a new journey on April the 17th, okay? Which is, you have received my email. We will break our group into 3 different groups, and we have a group of total beginners, which is the Essential Portuguese course, a group on basic level and lower intermediate, which is Portuguese exploration course. That course is beginning on April 19th, and Portuguese settlement, which is my course for upper intermediate and advanced students. That course is beginning on the 17th of April, okay? And all the students who join today and until Friday, enrollments can be done. You can apply the coupon code of Pascua15 and get the discount, 15% discount, okay? I will email you all about the Master Club. There you will have all the information you need to know, what is included, how much it is, what's the coupon code, how you apply. There is a video of me explaining every single thing and what is included on the packages. And if you have questions, you can email me. I always reply to the emails. You can talk to me on Instagram, on the direct messages on Instagram. I always talk to the students, okay? Everything is very, very clear on my website about the course and what you will find, okay? And for those who are already Master Club students, I will see you on Friday. Remember that Friday we have our conversation club and my mother is joining us. She's so excited. She's so excited. Today she called me and she said, Yuri, am I still on for the conversation club? I want to meet your students. And I said, yes, Mom, don't worry. So she will be joining us on Friday. If you enroll on Master Club before Friday, you can still join us on the Conversation Club from Friday on. Every Friday, we have the Conversation Club with all the students, and very often I bring my Brazilian friends or family members to talk to the students and practice Portuguese. Okay? So, Eastern time, yes, Naida, it is noon. The Conversation Club is at noon, Eastern time, okay? Ótimo. So, you will receive those who are not on the Master Club, Quincho, you will receive my email with all the information if you want to join. And you as well who are watching the recording, because you couldn't watch live, you will receive my email. If you have questions, let me know and I will explain everything you need to know, okay? Is there any question? No questions? Yay! Thank you so much. Muitíssimo obrigado, gente. Muitíssimo obrigado mesmo. E nos vemos em breve. See you soon.